Okay, new pump is here. I've already taken this apart and cleaned everything on it. Cleaned out the needle valve, although it didn't really seem particularly bad. New pump is here. So I'm going to go ahead, let's just turn the camera a little. Go ahead and install the new pump. Pretty simple process. Take off our end here. I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm just going to put a little bit of lubrication on to make this go a little bit easier. Move that up a little. Plug goes back in, and when you read the Mercury service manual, they're very specific about not twisting this to get it in and out, okay? So you can see that there's a pigtail here that goes to the external pigtail, and you don't want those wires to get ripped. So it's just basically a straight push in, and it goes. And that literally is all there is to it. Now I'm going to go put the housing back on, and we're going to install this on the boat, put my fuel filter back on, and do another test. Alright, went ahead and threw the filter back on. So let's go ahead and set her in the top case here. There she goes. Get all my various screws together. Plug is in this time. Looks good. Okay, they're all tightening back on. As long as I'm putting this back on, I want to show you something. When you're taking this bracket on and off, don't forget that on this corner here is a ground wire that you want to make sure you get back on. The bolt goes through it. Something else I learned the hard way now that I've done this 18 zillion times. There's 3 bolts that are going in here, and put this bottom one in first that's underneath this filter, because there's a bushing in there, and the last time I did this I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't tighten up. It was because the bushing had come out, the metal bushing. It was wedged in between. So do yourself a favor, do this bottom one first. Probably easier to do this with the fuel filter off, but I just wanted to, it's kind of a pain in the neck putting that filter on and off here in that space. You can do it, which we all do from routine maintenance standpoint, but I just found that I can reach in here okay and get this in here. Make sure the fuel hose is going where I want it. Doesn't have to be tight yet, but it should get it started. Okay, put the other 2 in. Leaving it loose. And this one up in the front, of course, is a typical case of easy to see, tough to deal with. You have to do this one with a wrench, and you have to do every single thread. Okay. I wasn't even recording. Alright, so I hooked everything up.
You're going to gas.
I don't even need to. There's gas there. Primed it. And I know I got fuel to here. And it's coming out now. So let's go ahead and put the hose back on. I'll go turn the water on. Ready to do our real test. And just like before, I suspect that, you know, there's still dry throughout the system, so it may take a little cranking, but I think we may finally have some success here. Let's hope. One thing I hope with all the cranking we've done so far is it's primed the oil side. Seems to be alright. Ready?
Yep.
See what happens. In fact, I'm going to cycle it one or two times just to see if I can. Back on. Just want to make sure it's still. That one wire I just forgot to put back. I just forgot to put the sensor wire back on.
Oh.
What did I do with it? Where'd it go? Nobody can pinch it in here somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I know I'll find it. That's not the issue. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Put it back on and make sure everything's still okay with that sensor wire on. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Okay, back on. Just make sure. Should be just a one key turn.
Now, all we need, you know, if you swapped out this
Now-
boat for that boat,
Now all we need is a boat.
well, you know, but we could hook up to the SmartCraft cables as well, right?
I could.
And somewhere
That one's a little more of a. I mean, I did this one because we had the nice long cable. That one's way up and over, and I suppose I could do the same thing, but I kind of did get the SmartCraft all dialed in for that one. I'm gonna guess that it was either ours or those pumps got gunked with something, and then maybe just went. Didn't bother to look.
Well, my guess is that this sat on the ground, laying on the ground for a year or more,
Oh, well, it had a mouse nest in it and everything else.
and it may have been operating when they.
May have been, may not have been. He's got a crack in the housing here. I mean, they may have just
Well,
being counter. It's part of a pair, and maybe the other one went bad.
but it reached its retirement age.
Whatever. But
So
the fact that both pumps were bad, I
I think that had to be just sitting around.
could have just been sitting around and they got moisture in them. I don't know. Whatever. But the injectors are all good. That was what I was really worried about. So those pumps have been bad. I was worried about the injectors being bad, but they're apparently okay. So, the question is, now that we have this all apart and opened up, although it's not a big deal. Question is whether we'll replace belts or any of that kind of stuff. I think once we get closer to mounting it, we definitely need a new one of these.
Yeah, is there a part number on that though that we
Oh,
can?
there is. God, they want a fortune for these stupid pieces of plywood. What's missing? There's a big piece in here that's missing.
But does it have
It
its
goes
own
here.
part number?
No, I think this is all just. It's normally molded on here. It broke off. You can see they broke it off. But you know, this plugs in as a vapor return. It would normally go back to through the housing for this as
But
vapors
the
get
point
sucked
being,
back in. You
I
can
might
find-
be able to
these
find
all-
that used on eBay.
I know. I saw lots of them using. People want a fortune for them.
Well, it's got to be half of what the original is.
I don't know. Anyway, the motor's good, so now on to the next. We've proven that.
So we need that, a prop.
I mean, I didn't do a compression test, but man, that sure sounds fine.
We need an oil bottle, oil injection, and we need
I
control.
mean, I suppose we could do a compression test when it's hot, but that sounded so good, I think you can probably take a chance that I don't hear any knocks or missing cylinders or anything like that.
The only thing you didn't check was the transmission to make sure.
Well, I don't have a shift cable on it. That unit hasn't been smashed around, so.
I have no reason to think it doesn't.
The only thing we don't know without the SmartCraft controls, and I don't know if that one would tell me or not. I don't know if it reads out and tells you the engine hours or not. But this doesn't look like it has tons of hours on it.